For the last 4 years, this has been our best-selling candle. We have consistently sold it the most out of any other candle that we've ever sold. So I thought it'd be really interesting to take a deep dive into the back end and show you how much it actually costs us to make this product and how much profit we are making. Hello and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Erica with Memory Box Candle Co. And I make videos all about the journey of starting a candle business. In today's video, we are going to dive into the back end of Inventor. So let me bring up Inventor right now. And they are actually sponsoring today's video. So very, very grateful to Inventor for sponsoring. I love them. I talk about them regardless. You guys know that. But I wanted to show you how much it actually costs us to make our best selling candles. So let me bring this up right here. So this is our Saturday morning cartoons candle in the matte black jars. These are the 13.5 ounce Cali jars from California Candle Supply. So let me pull up the details here. So we use one jar, obviously, for one of the candles. We use 254 grams of wax with 10 grams of beeswax, 22 grams of fragrance oil, and 2 of the CD2 wicks. Now, I do have to make note right here. Please do not just take what we create and do it exactly without testing or anything. This is just to show you. We have adjusted this many times depending on multiple factors. Sometimes throughout the different parts of the year, we'll make tiny little adjustments. If we hear certain feedback from customers, we'll make little adjustments. With candle making, it's kind of an ever-evolving scientific experiment, so you have to keep testing and seeing what's going to work for you. So just have to put that disclaimer out there. But I'm going to scroll down to the cost breakdown per piece. This is probably one of my favorite parts of Inventor, that this just does it automatically because I used to do this by hand all the time. So for the jars per piece, costs us $2.49. The soy wax that we use costs us $1.21. The beeswax, a very small amount, is just 16 cents. And then the fragrance oil is $1.08. And then for the 2 wicks is 21 cents. Now, something I realized that I actually was not including in here alongside the labels was actually our wick stickers. I don't know why that was something that I'm like, Erica, I need to add that into Inventor and add in the wick stickers. And it's about, increases the price by about 8 cents. So it's 4 cents a wick sticker. So depending on how many wick stickers you use per candle, it will increase it by the 4 cents. So we use 2 wicks for these candles because they are double wicks. So you can see 2 pieces right here. So it says the total right here costs us $5.14. So if I add on the 8 cents, and then we're also going to do a quick calculation to see the labels as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over to online labels, and this is just where I purchase all of the blank labels and we print them off from home. So this is the main size that we use for the jars for this scent of Saturday morning cartoons. And then we also use the round 1.75 inch circle labels for the warning labels. So if we are adding both of these to the cart, have 100 sheets of each, we can do an estimation on how much it's going to cost us per individual label. And the calculated shipping is going to be $5.75 for this order. So if we take that $5.75 and then we divide that, so $5.75 divided by 2, so $2.88 added to each of these, and then we're going to divide it by how many labels we get per sheet. So if I do the $2.88 and add that to $23.78, that gives us $26.66, and that is 20 labels per sheet. 100 labels, that's 2,000 labels. So we're going to divide that by 2,000, so about a penny for these. And then if I go over here and do that $2.88 and add $61.92, I feel like I've done this math before in the previous video. This is sounding familiar. So 9 labels per sheet, 100 sheets, And then I'm going to do divided by 900 labels. So this one is 7 cents a label. These ones are the weatherproof. You're not getting as many on here, but of course, the more you order, the cheaper it's going to be. But about 8 cents total added on there. So I'm going to add 16 cents total for the wick stickers and then the labels onto the total cost of goods. So if I add, what did I say, 16, what is that, 530? So 14 plus 16, I want to say, yeah, because 6, that's 10 plus, okay, yep, that's 30, so 530. And what I'm also going to do is take a look at the total profit margin. So I'm going to go over to this profit margin calculator from Shopify, and I'm going to type in $5.30. And I'm just going to type in 300% markup just to see where we're at. So we sell this candle retail without any shipping included or anything like that for $27. So if we were to go to a market, it'd be $27. So I'm just going to go through and see how much. So about 410% markup, so about 80% gross profit margin. So making $21.73 per sale of the item. And the cost of goods on this, of course, average is about $5.30. So you can see the breakdown of the total sale price, what we're making dollar amount, and then also the gross profit margin per sale. And I do understand that if you're living in another country or you don't have access to a supplier where you can drive to them, there are additional costs, and I completely get that. I'm just showing you the back end of everything on our end of what we actually spend, just to be transparent and in case you're interested to take a look. And again, I recently did a video where I talked about if the name of candles affects the sale of the candle. And for some reason, the name Saturday Morning Cartoons just increases the sale of this scent, of this Fruit Loop scent, so much, at least in comparison to our wholesale. It's really interesting. And if you can't tell already, Inventor is like the best thing ever when it comes to running any kind of inventory-based business. They recently updated the pricing plans. So they have 3 different of the paid versions, and they also do have a hobby-free plan as well if you just want to try it out. But honestly, all you really need is just the starter plan. So $19 a month. It's really reasonable. It gives you everything that you need, and you can integrate it to your website. So Shopify, Etsy, Wix, Square, or WooCommerce. You can do production runs and everything that you need to keep everything going. And one thing I wanted to do was highlight a comment that I got because I thought this was really awesome. So this person worked for the United States Air Force, and this is what they had to say about Inventor. I was actually going to send this comment to Diana because I'm actually really close with Diana, who is the co-owner of Inventor. But they said, as someone who worked logistics for the United States Air Force for 11 years, this software is amazing at this price point. This truly makes the supply troop in me jump for joy, LOL. I just found out about it last week and I'm using it for my clothing brand on Wix. It syncs my inventory, pulls items, builds items, and accounts for my materials used. I haven't found anything else like it that is both affordable and integrates with Wix. I thought that was a really awesome review, and I just wanted to share that because I love it so much. Me and Chris really love it. It works really well for our needs, and I think probably my favorite thing when I'm showcasing it here on YouTube is just how simple it is when I'm going through these cost of goods videos where I can really break everything down so you can see it, because it's just black and white. It takes everything, all of the materials that you input in this section, and then it calculates your total unit costs, and then that's how it's able to do the automatic calculations when you actually go through and you add in your actual product. So you have the materials inputted first, and then you have the products that you add in and how many of each material, and that's how it's able to actually add together and do that calculation for you. And then one more thing I want to show you, because they did do some new updates. So they updated the pricing plans. And then also they added this really cool feature where you can do supply orders and set them to draft, placed, or received. And you can actually put in what order you've placed without actually having it received yet. So most of the time when you go into Inventor, you do a supply order when you actually receive your materials. But what you can do is you can let the system know that you place the order. So if you're building a larger team and they're seeing what's been placed, they're seeing what date it was placed, and the communication is really, really good there. So if Chris is telling me, hey, we need to order a certain scent of fragrance oil, then you just go in and type in all the details. So if it's the flaming candle, place the order, and we're needing, let's say, beechwood fragrance oil, you can put in all the information here and click save. And then when you've actually received it, then you can change the status to received and save it, and it will actually add those materials to your materials section. But I really hope you found this video interesting to see what goes into making our best-selling candle, how much it actually costs us, and what our total profit margin is. I love looking at cost of goods. I love diving into these specifics of our products, and I'm a big proponent of knowing your numbers, knowing how much it actually costs you to make your items, because that affects so much. It affects your profit, it affects your growth, it affects your price point. Everything goes in from the foundational point of how much it actually costs you. Knowing your numbers, knowing your materials, and Inventor is the best way to do that. It's automatic and it's kind of an all-in-one to where you get that alongside your inventory, which is something you need to do anyways. A huge thank you again to Inventor for sponsoring today's video. I will have my affiliate link with them down in the pinned comment down below. I would really appreciate you using that link. It just goes back to helping me and my channel and helping to support these videos, as well as just strengthen my relationship with Inventor, because I want to keep working with them and I just really love them so much and love talking about them. But with that, I will end today's video right here. If you enjoyed today's video, make sure to leave it a big thumbs up, as well as subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Also, don't forget to follow me over on Instagram at Memory Box Candle Co. And I will see you in my next video.